My boss assaulted me and then fired me, so I took his entire business down. I was sitting in the corner booth of the restaurant where I'd been working for 2 years, finally taking my first break after 7 hours of work. My noise-canceling headphones were playing some podcast about true crime while I picked at my employee meal of leftover chicken. Then out of nowhere, something yanked my head sideways so hard I thought someone was attacking me. Sharp pain shot through my left ear as the headphones got ripped off, and I spun around to see Mr. Guillermo, the owner, red-faced and holding my headphones like he was about to spike them. "I've been calling you for 5 effing minutes," he screamed, and before I could even process what was happening, he slammed my $150 headphones onto the tile floor. The crack echoed through the restaurant. Every customer stopped eating and watched this 60-year-old man tower over me while I sat there touching my ear, feeling something warm and wet. Then I realized my ear was actually bleeding from where the headphone pad had torn the skin. "Get back to work now," Guillermo roared, and I just sat there in fear and shock. "I'm on my break," I managed to say, still touching my bleeding ear, showing him the red on my fingers. "I've been here since 5 this morning opening the place, and this is literally my first break." Guillermo's face got even redder, which I didn't think was possible. "That's it. I've had enough of your attitude. You're fired. Get out." The words hit me like a second slap, and I stood up slowly, aware that every single customer in the restaurant was staring at us. "You're firing me?" I asked, genuinely confused. "I hired every single person working in this kitchen right now. I've been doing the scheduling for 6 months. I open the restaurant every morning and close it 3 nights a week. I've been doing the manager's job ever since he quit and you never replaced him." Guillermo just crossed his arms. "I don't need you. Plenty of people want to work here." That's when something inside me snapped. This man had been paying me $16 an hour to basically run his entire restaurant while he collected the profits, and now he was firing me after physically assaulting me in front of witnesses because I took a break I was legally entitled to. I looked down at my shattered headphones on the floor, then at the red on my hand, then at the 15 or so customers still watching this train wreck unfold, and I made a decision. "You need to pay for my headphones," I said calmly. "They were $150. Guillermo actually laughed in response. "Oh, really? What will happen if I don't? Will you sue me?" he said, turning to walk away. That's when I raised my voice, not yelling, but loud enough for everyone to hear clearly. "That's exactly what I'll do." I turned to address the dining room directly. "Excuse me, everyone. I'm very sorry you had to witness this, but as you just saw, my boss physically assaulted me, damaged my property, and terminated me illegally while I was on a protected break. If any of you would be willing to provide a witness statement about what you just saw, I would be extremely grateful. If you need to leave, I'll be here for the next few minutes collecting contact information." I pulled out my phone and opened a new note. "I know this is uncomfortable, but I need evidence of what just happened here." The color drained from Mr. Guillermo's face as an older woman immediately stood up and walked over to me, pulling out her phone. "I actually recorded the whole thing, honey. That was absolutely disgraceful." 2 college girls came over next, then a man in a business suit, then even more people, forming a line while Mr. Guillermo stood there looking like he'd been punched in the gut. Wait, let's talk about this," Mr. Guillermo stammered, trying to push through the crowd gathering around me. But I kept taking names and phone numbers while people described what they'd seen. I was just stressed. The lunch rush was crazy. I didn't mean to hurt you. I didn't even look at him, just kept writing down the witness's email address. "Please, we can work this out. I'll pay for the headphones." I still didn't respond and just moved on to the next person. "You can have your job back with a raise." The businessman in the suit actually laughed at that one. By the time I finished collecting information, I had 12 witness statements and 3 videos. Within a week, my lawyer had filed assault charges and a civil suit. I won $1,500 for the headphones, full medical expenses for my ear, and punitive damages worth $12,000. But the real karma came when every single employee quit the next day. Turns out when you fire the guy who hired them all and actually treated them with respect, they don't stick around.